I'll make it a challenge. That's why I'm just giving it as a clue. I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm Spider-Man. I have fast hands. Hi everyone, it's Nikki. I am your July girly who just turned 30. And I'll be doing the AMAs this afternoon today. There were quite a number of questions, so okay, let's start. I'm gonna start with the ones that are already poking out because it might be a long question. Oh. If the London Bridge has fallen, would anybody hear a sound? I would say yes. Given the location of the London Bridge, it is quite a heavy populated area and tourists go there. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I feel like this is supposed to be a joke that had a punchline, but I don't know the punchline of this joke. So, what's your favorite movie of all time and what is it about that movie that makes it your favorite? I have a lot. Oh my gosh, I love movies about questions. I have a lot of favorite movies, to be honest. There's so many from Wes Anderson, so many from, I forgot his name, but like I have so many favorite movies. Quentin Tarantino, so many. Anyway, I feel like the one movie that always pops up in my head when it's something that made a big impact in my life would be La La Land, because it was the first time in my life where I really believed that everything was gonna be okay, even if I don't end up with the person that I loved. Because at that time, it was a very sensitive time for my heart. So when I watched that movie that time, it really made me like breathe and be like, you know what, it's gonna be fine, even if we don't end up together. Because even if we don't end up together, it doesn't mean we stop loving each other, because you guys can still love each other and not end up together, but still want each other to be happy. So yeah. And it's a musical, and I love musicals. But yeah, I made people watch this movie and they sort of got frustrated with me because they didn't think it would end the way it ended. But yeah. What are your plans for your birthday this year? This year, my cousins actually came to the Philippines after 23 years of not being able to come here, and they brought their children here for the first time ever. So technically it was more of just a lot of eating. On my birthday specifically, we just ate some seafood, which made me a bit sick. So yeah, but then we mainly celebrated my birthday like in a family gathering, and we hired a DJ, we had some catering and all of that, and it was mainly just close family members, and I got to invite a couple of my close friends because it was my birthday. So last week we traveled to Siquijor, and this week I just got back. We came from Bohol. Look at how long this paper is. This is a very long piece of paper. I haven't read the question yet, but it's a long piece of paper. This is a song. I'm not gonna sing this song. I know this is, I tell people I'm tone deaf, so I'm very insecure about how I sound, because some people have complained when I sing. But this is the lyric from Black Eyed Peas, Where is the Love, I think. People killing, people dying, children hurting, I hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? I don't know. What am I supposed to answer? I don't know. This is just the lyric. I practice what I preach in terms of you shouldn't hurt animals without thought. I don't know, but there's a lot of issues happening today, like, wars everywhere and all of that. And what I can say is this is more of a political thing, but all I can say is sometimes humans can be greedy when we don't have to be, where we can just share Earth and live in peace, and we don't have to kill other people. I wouldn't kill anyone unless I have to defend myself, if that's what the question is about. This is in all caps. Not a question, but happy birthday next. WCS team loves you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this greeting that you're doing here. But yeah, thank you guys. I feel like I also know who sent this in all caps, because I know who likes to chat in all caps. Morning and night routine as a TL in Sophie. How do you prepare for your shift, and how do you end your day after your shift? When it comes to preparing for my shift, I wake up like at 5 or 6, sometimes depends, because that's sort of my me time where I like either read a book, watch 1 episode or 2 episodes of something depending what time I woke up, or I just watch stuff on TikTok or look at memes. That's what happens when I get up. And then 6:30 I eat dinner, and it takes me a while to eat dinner because while I eat dinner I watch either a TV show or a movie, because it's like I try to multitask in my free time, which ends up with me taking a while to eat as well. Given I feel like I sleep more than I do stay awake in my free time, that's why I sort of try to multitask during my free time. But yeah, and then right before I come to work, I do my eyebrows, because people keep asking me,
Nikki, why don't you get your eyebrows tattooed?
Or whatever. And I'm like, drawing my eyebrows is like meditation for me. Sometimes I don't look perfect, which is frustrating, but yeah. And then I head off to work. How do I end my day after my shift? I eat when I get home, and then again, I just either read a book, watch an episode of something, or go on TikTok, watch a bunch of stuff, and then I go to sleep. But yeah, sometimes I put in a workout when I'm not feeling lazy. This is all as well, obviously, aside from brushing my teeth, washing my face, taking a shower, because that's all, you know, common, automatic. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm not always out doing stuff. I'm a homebody. Even if it's like a Saturday or something, I'm not really the type to go out. If you could swap jobs with anyone in the company for a week, who would it be and why? If I could swap jobs with anyone in the company, I'd swap jobs with Chloe for a week. And in that week, that's when she goes somewhere to like an expo to talk to people, because I love doing that, like being like, yeah, you should work with our company. Like that sounds fun, because you get to, what's the term? But yeah, basically, you know, you get to talk to other people from other countries, from other businesses. And I find that really fun. Marketing? Not really marketing, it's like socializing, social networking. Yeah, when you get to do networking, I find it really fun, and you get to travel. And within that week, I would want that week to be payday week, so that, you know, maybe I could keep the money for that week, right? So yeah, it would be Chloe. But for that, not for like the meetings, for like scary things. Who is your favorite agent under you? No cheesy, I have no favorite type of answer, or else bad sleep for 3 days. I love all my agents. That's the cheesy part, I know. But I'll choose the bad sleep for 3 days, because I get bad sleep almost every day anyway. Joke's on you. If you were to be in a Barbie world, what type of Barbie would you be and why? I had this Barbie, came with an orca, and I know orcas are like horrible types of animals in the animal world. But I would be a Barbie that's always swimming. Maybe a marine biologist Barbie, because that's like always been one of my dreams, to like be a marine biologist, because I find the underwater life so interesting and so fun. And the fact that it hasn't been fully explored yet, because we can't, you know, delve deep down there. And she has really nice swimsuits. And oh, my Barbie had like color changing legs, so that it would look like she had a diver suit on when you submerge her in water. Have you ever gone a day without wearing underwear? No, I haven't. And the reason why is because it feels unnatural. It feels weird. Like, I've watched a bunch of different, health related videos about not wearing your underwear, like when you sleep, for example, since you're just sleeping, you're in bed. But like, I don't know, I could never do it. I tried before, like, let me be honest. I did try, but I'm like, oh, it's so weird. And also, like, I have this fear of like insects just randomly getting in any hole. Cause I saw, like there's some insects that go in your ear or go in your nose. Who knows, Hi, Nikki Lynn. Does the moonlight shine on Paris when the sun goes down? Do. These are just lyrics. Huh? I mean, wait. I'm just overthinking the lyric. I mean, yeah, if it's a full moon, because why wouldn't it? I mean, if it's a full moon, I'd say yes. The moonlight does shine on Paris when the sun goes down. I know this song also. This is a really nice song. You always feel that? It's like a lot. What qualities do you think are essential for a successful team leader? True empathy is like a quality, like one of the top qualities that you have to have as a team leader or in any leadership position, because you really have to see things from different vantage points rather than just seeing it from your own. You have to learn to see it from their vantage points and how they would think if that happened to them, but all of that. That's the main thing I can think of. It's really cold. I'm like freezing now because the wind is on me. I feel like there are other things, but all I can think of right now is being empathetic. Like actual empathy, not just like, I'm sorry you feel that way, blah, blah, blah. But also, if you are empathetic, you also have to learn to not let it get to you when it's something that's very heavy. Oh my God, it's here. The wind is here. Okay. I love how everyone is just calling me Nikki Lynn. And if this were in a Filipino accent, like a proper Bisaya, it's Nikki Lynn, Nikki Lynn, Nikki Lynn. How many chickens do you have? I don't want to say how many because some people have tried to steal our chickens before. So if the wrong people see this, they'll be like, oh, they have that many chickens. We should try stealing from them again. But actually, I don't count our chickens. I don't really go to the chicken area a lot. That's just my dad's thing. But we do have, I'll just say we have more than one chicken. What is your daily routine? I feel like this is sort of, what's your daily routine? How to be you po, ha ha ha. My daily routine, just talking to myself. I'm kidding. Like, on top of what I explained earlier, sometimes I do talk to myself. I don't know, like it helps me think of things. It helps me think things through. And when you sometimes say things out loud, that's when you realize, oh my gosh, that was actually like a really bad thing. Because in your head, it might sound okay, or it might sound normal or good. But when you finally hear it out loud, it's like, oh wait, I have to rethink about these things. I digress. That was me straying from the actual question. But my daily routine, yeah, what I said earlier. What's a childhood memory that still makes you smile? Oh my gosh, this makes me want to cry. I get very sentimental and overly emotional. That's the Cancer in me. Because I'm a Cancer baby. Because I was born in July. Cancers cry. I'm kidding. I don't know. That's based on what I've read. I don't also, by the way, I don't like have like an intense passion and belief in horoscope. I'm not saying it's bad, but like I'm not saying that that's what I base everything on. In case someone thinks that, because I keep referencing to Cancer season and me being a Cancer. Oh, there's so many. This is a really hard question, actually. Because if I think about it too deep, I'll start to cry. Because it's going to be all of the memories of my parents. Oh, I don't want to cry. Oh my God, I don't want to cry. Because we're all getting old. It would be just those simple days of us going to the beach in Sumulan, where my family was complete and my parents weren't old yet. I'll just leave it at that, because if I keep going, I'm gonna start crying. What a Change of question. Do you prefer gentle or passionate kisses? It depends how I'm feeling that day. I don't know. I mean, it depends in the moment because it's always different moments. But like, in general, I don't know. Even if I was being kissed gently, I still think that there's still passion in that. My preference though would be a gentle kiss. From family, and then it suddenly went to that. So I was like, oh, okay. That was a bit awkward. If you could spend a day with any celebrity, who would it be and what would you do together? Huh? I'm kidding. With a gentle and passionate kiss? I'm kidding. That's so hard. I don't know, because you know the saying, don't meet your idols because you'll be disappointed? Because there have been so many horror stories of people meeting their celebrity idols and them ending being disappointed because their idols are actually a-holes in real life. So I'm kind of scared of that. But for this question, dead or alive, it would be Robin Williams. Because I've also read a lot of stories about him and I feel like he's such a kind soul. I'd probably just hang out with him like at the park and just talk over like ice cream or something. Cause I feel like he has so many like nice things that you could like talk about and like get his insight about, because he's been through a lot. He's done a lot of roles and I don't know, like he's just like a soul or like a kind of person that I would like to talk to and be around. Thank you for everyone who took my notes seriously when I told them, ask me questions about movies. I guess. If you are to live a movie character's life, who will it be and why? Anne Hathaway in Princess Diaries. Mia Thermopolis. I found it interesting and fun that she lived in an old firehouse where you get to go down on the fire pole. And she lived in the part of, or she'd have to pass by like, you know, the part in San Francisco that's like slanted. It's tiring, but it seemed fun. But yeah, like to come from just a regular girl being in high school and then to be suddenly a princess and then a queen. And you get to be, I don't know, like a queen, you get to learn how to do political stuff. It's also, in her world, the politics isn't about war. So it's just about, you know, like, should we do this for this banquet? Or what should we do with these orphans? Where can we place them? And she has a cat. And I love cats. I have my own cat, 2 cats. I just want to know what it feels like to be a princess, like an actual princess. This is a heavy question. Are you happy at where you are now, or do you wish for a different path? Yes, I would say I am happy where I am now, and I would never wish to be in a different path, because if you do go down a different path, then you wouldn't be the person you are today. I don't think people should keep thinking that way, of like wishing for a different path, because it makes you not cherish what you have right now. It's like you're always looking for something that you don't have when you think that way. So I used to be that way where I'm like, oh, I wish this, I wish I did this. Like, obviously that does happen, but in the grand scheme of it all, I am happy where I am now in terms of compared to how I used to be way back then, with my family, with the relationships I have with the people I am very close to, who I treasure a lot. I feel like I know this question has undertones. What is the best K-drama I've ever watched? Oh no, like, so hard because I watch a lot of K-dramas. I would say Hanakimi. Oh, that's such an old K-drama. Do you know that drama? It's really old. I feel like that shows my age. Oh, Reply 1988. That's the best K-drama I've ever watched, because it doesn't just revolve around the younger kids. It also revolves around the parents, and I love my parents. Like, I love wholesome dramas. So there's so many lessons there and so many like really nice stories from different perspectives and different characters that I think would be a really good watch. What is my pet peeve? My top pet peeve is people who eat with their mouths open. I do have some people who are close to me who might have done this before, but it's like, I'm also not gonna ask people to adjust for me, especially when it's something like you've been accustomed to doing ever since you were very young, because it's not something you can instantly change in that moment. So technically my pet peeve is people who eat with their mouths open, because number one, I don't want to see the food you're eating, and number two, I don't want to hear the chewing. You know those sounds, like if you watch an ASMR of someone eating food and it's not crunchy food, it's food that's like creamy or something. I hate that sound. And there are really times that some people I eat with sound like that, so I have to like tune it out. Or I just listen to music like with my earphones, because I don't know, it's just the sound that I really don't want in my ears while I eat as well. And there's no problem with that, you know, it's just my pet peeve. But I've already like conditioned myself to be like, you know what, we're not gonna make other people adjust for us, you know. It's just something that makes me feel weird on the inside. It's a me thing. If you could only communicate using movie quotes for a day, which movie would you choose and why? That's a very hard question. I can't memorize. I didn't memorize everything from a movie. When people ask me things like this, sometimes I go blank because of the pressure. Mr. Bean goes I wouldn't talk. That would be fun though if I just quoted Mr. Bean the whole day. Huh? Should I? You know what? Let's go with that, with Mr. Bean, so that no one actually knows what I'm saying. What is your most fulfilling experience this year? Turning 30. Is it fulfilling? I mean, in the scheme of it all, turning 30 is fulfilling because, wow, I reached this part of my life and there were so many things that I experienced from it, and I got to know myself more from it. Like, I know the things I want now and all of that. So maybe another one would be like reaching 5 years in Sophie, because together with me turning 30 this year, I also reached my 5th year in Sophie. I feel like those are fulfilling in a way that I was consistent with something, I guess. Like I stuck with being alive for this long, and I stuck with, you know, working in Sophie for so long. So yeah, I'd say that, because it also shows me like that I'm not, you know, someone who tends to just run away like when things get too tough, because I've had some tough moments, but you can't always run away from tough moments. What horror related character scares you the most? I should have like watched a bunch of movies before doing this thing, because these are a lot. It's two. Babadook. So I'll talk about the first one. The first one is Babadook, and he's from an Australian movie also called Babadook, and it was the first movie I watched, or not actually the first movie, but it was one of the most traumatic films I watched because of one of its jump scares. And I did not watch this film willingly, by the way. My friends made me watch it, and I slept with the lights on for days. And this was also when I was going to school in Bacolod, so I didn't have anyone in my room with me. I was all alone in my room, and all my other friends who lived in the same dorm as me lived on a different floor or lived like doors away. So I had to keep my lights on. The second one is from Lights Out, because she's so scary. Because when you turn off the light and she's there, like her silhouette is there, and you turn on the light, she's gone. Turn off the light, she's a step closer. I hated that. And that was a movie, again, that I watched with my friends And I wasted my money because when we finally watched the movie in the theater, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so scary. I will put on my earphones and I did that the whole time. So technically I wasted like 300 pesos because I didn't actually watch the movie. I was just listening to my music really loud in the movie theater and just did that the whole time. What is your favorite online game? Oh my gosh, I didn't expect this question. I'm not gonna say it's Valorant because Valorant is so toxic sometimes, and it's so frustrating and tiring how toxic people can be in Valorant, especially when they find out you're a girl. Oh my gosh, when they find out you're a girl, the guys or the incels or whatever, they're just so annoying. I would say Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. You can technically play it offline, but it can also be an online game because you can also play it with friends. You can do farming, but you could also fight. You could fight when you go to the caves. That's still an accomplishment I'm trying to get because I don't like cheating in that game. I do like Valorant. Like, I found it fun. But it's just the environment sometimes. Whoa! Among the agents of Sophie, who do you think is attractive? With name drop. Oh! I don't know how to answer this. I think everyone is attractive in their own way. Again, I know that's a cop-out answer. I can't think of all the agents right now. It's the pressure. It's the pressure. If it didn't say agents, I would have said, if this was just among Sophie employees, I would have said Miss Chloe. Because Miss Chloe is like, she's beautiful and she's so smart. Anyway, the question is about agents. So I can't think of any agent. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not, this is to no offense. It's just, I have a specific like type or preference and I can't really think of any agent right now that... And the thing is, I don't know her name, but I think she's really pretty and she's really cute. She's from CN, because I don't know, like she's just so cute and she's so pretty. She's so attractive. I think her name starts with the letter R. But yeah, her. I forgot her name. How do you handle if your agent from a different site has a crush on you? I don't know. Say hi. I mean, if they talk to me, why someone is getting hi? I don't know if I mean, obviously I won't ignore them. I mean, but if you'll talk to me, I guess I'll respond. I'll say hi, but like, yeah. Look at how many questions I've answered. In all honesty, what are some of your guilty pleasures that you are willing to admit? For my guilty pleasures, it's eating when I'm already full. Because I do feel guilty. I do actually feel guilty when I'm eating ice cream and I'm technically already full because I ate like 2 cups of rice and a bunch of samgyeopsal. And on top of that, I'm eating like 2 ice creams afterwards. If you could erase one person from Sophie, who would it be and why? I wouldn't erase anyone from Sophie because I think everyone offers something different in their own way. Whether it be a learning lesson for someone else or it be something to help better the process, you know, everyone offers something different to the table. Among the leaders we have in the company, who do you look up to and why? It would be Panky. From the beginning, like to me, I think whenever like I talk to her, I always learn something new whenever I talk to her. And also, this is not to discredit like any other leader in Sophie, but it's just, even to this day, I still keep learning things from her, like how to talk to people or like how to think about things. When I look at the things she makes, like in terms of her output, although yes, some formulas are heavy in sheets, but like they're really good and they have all the information you need and it makes it more efficient and easier, like in terms of like making reports or something. Like she always tries to like innovate things or make things easier for other people or like makes it more understandable. And she's also the one who hired me, technically. So she's the reason why I'm here. Nikki Lynn, how do you make the chicken fall asleep? I posted a video. See, here's the thing. There's a backstory because I posted a video way back then on my MyDay / on my Instagram stories because I made a chicken fall asleep because I saw it on TikTok. But basically, You sort of tuck the chicken's head under its wing and then you swing it and then it falls, then you put it down slowly and then it's asleep. But when my parents talk to me about it, they're like, you're just making the chicken nauseous. And that's why it chose to not get up. I'm like, oh. Sorry, I was taken aback by this question. How would you describe your Sophie crush? I knew someone would ask this question. Yes, I have a Sophie crush. I'll admit that. He's not there right now. It's not his shift. How do I know that? It's because I'm just observant, okay? How I would describe him is, if you know what my boyfriend looks like, then you'll know what my Sophie crush looks like. Because my Sophie crush looks like the high school version of my boyfriend. And if you're gonna come and say,
Oh my gosh, you have a boyfriend? They have a crush at the same time?
if you've been in a relationship as long as I have had, and you've reached like a certain point of sort of security in your relationship, it's not gonna matter. For those people who are gonna, say that, because that was something that, because I overthink a lot. So in my head, I was like, oh, someone's probably gonna be like, oh my God, you have a crush while you have a boyfriend? Girl, if you've been through the things we've been through with the 13 or so years that we've been together, you would reach a point where even just a crush on someone, it's not gonna sway it. What's an unexpected turn on for you? How a guy's shoulders look in a white shirt. I'm the type of person who likes swimmer bodies, because I myself am a swimmer, although I don't look it, but I do swim a lot. I love swimming. It's those, it's the way their shoulder blades look in the shirt, in the white shirt, how it's shaped, their shoulders and their upper torso, and how the white shirt hangs on their body. And I'm like, if they look good in that, I think that's a really nice turn on. That's such a I feel like it's an NSFW term. Oh my God, I'm almost done. If your life is a movie, what will be its title? I'll be honest. I know who asked this question, and they actually told me, so I had some time to prepare for this question. But if I had just read this now and found out about this question now, I'd be like, oh, it's such a hard question. Because when the person did tell me about this question, I was like, oh, that's a difficult question. It would be the number 19, and then it's crossed off, and then it's 30. If you can imagine that. At 19, I wasn't in the best headspace. At that age, there was a time when I decided I didn't want to be here anymore. So there was an attempt, but not a lot of people know about that. But I didn't go through with it. But yeah, I had prepared all of it. I had prepared the where, the how, and yeah. So I technically, I thought I would just be here until 19. But that's why I'm crossing it off, and the title would be 30 because that's the movie. It's all of the things that happened after then, the ups and downs, the other attempts, because there was more than one, and how I got to, I guess, this point of my life where I don't let things get to me as easily anymore, and I know how to talk to people now. So that would be the title of my movie, because it would encompass everything. Like all the thought process with everything, like before 19, during that whole moment. But I'm happy to say that now I look forward to the future compared to back then, where I would have just wanted it to be just until that age. Because to be honest, I didn't think I'd reach this age. I think this is the first time I'm actually talking about it, publicly, about that time of my life. Because only a very, very few number of people know about that. And I want to say before you judge someone, like, because I've known that there are some people who do say, what, Nikki, you're so well off, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, you don't know what's going on behind someone else's life, because someone told me before that I'm so happy-go-lucky and I haven't been through anything at all in my life. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, I don't know whether to take it as a compliment or to be like, you don't really, you know, think that there might be something else happening with other people, because I don't think you should, you know, just judge someone off of how they come off to you right away and be like, oh, you've never been through anything. Although I may not have been through as difficult of a thing as other people, people still go through things and they handle things differently. So what's a weird or unusual talent that I have? I can put my leg behind my head, my left leg specifically. I can't do it right now because I'm not wearing, the pants I'm wearing aren't flexible, but I can put my left leg behind my head. That's a useless talent that I have. It's another song lyric. I think this is why there are so many entries, because some people are just sending in song lyrics. This song is a Phil Collins song, I think, if I recall correctly. The question is, can you feel the love tonight? Or no, it's not a Phil Collins song, because I think this song was in Lion King. Yeah, this is in Lion King. Sorry, I keep confusing Lion King and Tarzan songs, but this was in Lion King. I forgot who sang it. Can I feel the love tonight? Yeah, I feel the love every night, because, you know, I am a person who I can say is loved by more than one person. So I am thankful about that. Who let the dogs out? Who? Another lyric. Who let the dogs out? Not me. I'm kidding. Like, I don't know. This is a question I don't know how to answer because it's a lyric. Are you still single? No, I'm not. So I haven't been single for a while now, actually. I've been in a relationship for, I'd say, around 13 years. On and off, it would be 15 years. When do you feel most vulnerable? In this AMA? But yeah, I feel the most vulnerable when I talk about my parents, or like when it's just an issue between you and me and you involve my parents. That's when I feel most vulnerable. Anything about my parents. What's number one on your bucket list? Number one on my bucket list, honestly, is to skydive. I'm deathly afraid of heights, but like that's something that I really want to try. It's really expensive though, obviously, because it's skydiving. But I want to try skydiving in, I think it's New Zealand or Netherlands. It's one of those places where they've told me that it's really, really nice to skydive there. But that's number one on my bucket list. Wait, no, it's not. Number one is to be really, to be fully accomplished in life and still have my parents here. That would be the other one. That would be my not selfish bucket list. What's the best career advice you've ever received? Don't let insignificant people live rent-free in your head. There are times when, you know, you might hear some stuff about you. Letting those people live rent-free in your head is just not gonna be helpful to you, because you're letting them get to you and your life. You're letting them get in the way of you being happy and like doing your own thing throughout the day. Basically, just don't let anyone get to you, because at the end of the day, they're not gonna matter in the long run. You're not the ones paying my bills. You're not the ones, you know, giving my salaries. I'm a people pleaser. So when I found out before that there are some people who aren't happy about me, like I really get it to me. I really let it get to me. And I let it stress myself out. And I learned that technically they're inconsequential to your life. What would you like people to remember you for? I really want to be the funny one. I know my jokes don't always land the best or don't always make people laugh, but I would like people to remember me for being the funny one and for the person who made them laugh, because that's what makes me happy, is when I make people laugh and make people smile. Why do you have a lot of double letters in your name? Yes, I have a lot of double letters in my name. My first name, Nikki, has 2 Ks. My second name, Lynn, has 2 N's. My last name, Nelias, has 2 L's. I don't know. That's just the name given to me. My parents gave me that name, so I have to live with it. But yeah, my first name, I got it from my dad. My second name, I got it from my mom. My last name, I got it from my dad. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. You know what? That actually made me think about it. I'm gonna ask my parents. I'm gonna ask my parents later. So I think that's why some people misspell my second name, which is Lynn, because they usually spell it with just 1 N. But my mom spelled it with 2 N's. So. How old are you really, Nikki Lynn alias? Because I keep telling people I'm a different age and people believe me. I tell people I'm 25 and they believe me. I tell my parents' friends I'm still in college and they believe me. And then my parents get mad at me, of course. But I'm 30 this year. I just turned 30 last week. Oh my gosh, I'm 30. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. When I first realized it last year, when I turned 29, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 29 and I'm turning 30. I was in like a daze. I was in like a, oh my God, oh my gosh, I'm turning 30. Yeah, I'm turning 30. Oh wait, no, I'm already 30. I'm 30. Why? Why is someone pushing this on my life? What's something I believe that most people disagree with? I don't know. What I think that a lot of people in Dumaguete disagree with, this doesn't include me, is using helmets. Because by law and by safety, people in Dumaguete disagree with using helmets, obviously, because you see a lot of people not using helmets and not having their license and not getting an updated registration. And that's why when there's a checkpoint, there's so many people parked on the side. I go on a rant about this, but yeah, that's what. And why this troubles me so is because they don't drive with proper traffic etiquette or like driving etiquette, especially with the diversion road. I'm just going on a tangent now, especially like with the diversion road. When you go slow, don't stay in the middle lane. Don't stay in the inner lane. Cause the inner lane, like under normal circumstances, should be for like the faster vehicles. But people tend to stay in the middle lane. And yeah. And then people who don't have helmets are the most confident with overtaking and like driving at night. Plus they don't have a headlight or a taillight, and I'm like, where does this confidence come from? Because if you get into an accident without a helmet on and because it's dark, like that's it for you, I think. Because they also drive fast, but yeah. I'm proud of myself for not cussing today in this questionnaire. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Look at that. Look at all these, but look at all of that. It's like confetti. There's so many questions. Apparently for marketing, I had a lot of questions. But yeah, I've answered all the questions as best as I can. I'm sorry for the questions that might have been a cop-out answer, or that I didn't answer properly, or I didn't answer at all. But yeah, I tried to answer them as best as I can. For the question that wasn't there that I thought would be there, which is, what is my favorite color? This is my favorite color. I'm asking that question for myself and answering it. But yeah, make sure to follow Sophie on all of its social media, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. Sophie also has a LinkedIn, so we have all of those. And you should come join our team because we are looking for, we're hiring for a lot of different positions right now, and we'd be happy to welcome you guys here. So yeah, and we have a lot of perks as well. So come and join us. Maybe you could be part of the AMA also. Look at this really long question. But yeah, thank you for everyone who sent a question. I am so happy. I'm so happy that, a lot of people participated. I was scared that no one would send a question at all. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone, and thank you for all of those people who also greeted me on my birthday that I wasn't able to respond to. But yeah, shout out to my team in FH, to all my agents, to my co-team lead Junrei, to my OS Belle. So many shouts. But yeah, that's it. I'm talking too much now. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your year. Peace out. Sayonara. Au revoir. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good now.